Hey friends, today we want to talk about why network marketing works. And the reason I wanted to record this video for you is we've had some people, just experience that they have a little bit of like, is network marketing good or not good? Or why does it work for other people? And why does it not work for me, even though I'm a good person and I sort of know the things? And some people are really struggling to get momentum because they're forgetting this core reason why network marketing works. And so today I want to take a few minutes to ground you in the network marketing model and the most important thing to remember. So this is not a let me give you all of these specific tactics and strategies. There's so many tactics and strategies out there, but unless they're built on the foundation of your deep understanding of what makes network marketing work, they're not going to really work. Okay, so here's the big idea that I want you to take away. A network marketing works because it's based in word of mouth. So people have problems, and network marketing companies, they design the very best product possible to create results that people will talk about. They can't help but talk about. And when they talk about it, right, they share this good news with others, and they create this word of mouth scenario. And so, yes, it is about sales and enrollment. That's how everyone gets paid. But ultimately, this is a word of mouth game. And what I love about this is it's a win-win-win scenario. You win because you're able to help more customers solve their problems. The person who is spreading the word of mouth, whether they are a serious business builder or just someone who's casually operating as a referral partner somewhere in the middle, they win because they get increased status by helping others. And the person, right, that receives the word of mouth, that learns about it, they get a solution much earlier than they might have otherwise. And I just, in all the 20 years I've been working with, non-sales people and showing them how to sell, there's this idea out there that referrals and word of mouth is like taking, but it really is a win-win-win scenario. The person is at some point going to solve their problem. And I always ask, do you wish you knew about the product sooner, or do you wish you waited as long as you did? And almost everybody says, I wish I knew about it sooner. And that's where referrals and word of mouth and being really intentional about that comes into play. Because when we are more assertive or more confident in our objective of trying to create word of mouth, then it helps people to learn about the product sooner rather than later. And that could be a huge thing. Most of our clients work in one area of health and wellness. I obviously help people with, like, they actually make more money and feel more confident in their businesses. And I want to ask you, like, do you want to make more money like later down the road when you have time, or do you wish that you knew these solutions sooner? And it's the same thing for your product. Do you wish you knew about them sooner? And so how we think about generating word of mouth is really, really important. Now, I know you're listening to this and you're like, okay, I get that concept. It works through word of mouth, but Tasha, what do you want me to do? Just tell me what to do and I'll do it. And so I have a couple of high level things for you to really think about. Number one, be nice to your potential customer. Always be nice. When I hear someone in network marketing, and I know this isn't you, but I'm sure you've heard people like this. When I hear them complaining or saying unkind things about customers or potential customers or shifting blame, I know that person isn't going to be successful. We have to love people in general to be able to be successful in a business like this. And if you are hearing that and you're like, I don't really like peopling so much, you can be introverted but still love people. My daughter Zoe, she's 10, and she's like peopling so hard, but she walks around with a smile on her face and she still genuinely likes people. she's just super shy. So there's a difference between being shy or introverted and disliking people, like being that crusty person that's just like sour at everyone. So number one, be nice to your potential customer. Number two, create and execute a sales process that is effective, enjoyable, and easy. It has to be enjoyable for you. It has to be enjoyable for the potential customer. And as far as like really moving forward on the word of mouth, the third idea here is to highlight how easy the sales process is and ask for connections for people that would benefit from having a conversation like the one they have. And this concept, when someone has really, really great word of mouth, it's not because the product is different. So let's think about this. You probably work in a company with thousands, maybe tens of thousands of distributors. This product is the same. Why does one distributor or advocate or whatever your company calls you, why does one person have more word of mouth influence, right? Why do they have bigger pockets? Why do they have a referral type, like talk about the product culture, and others don't? It's not because people refer the product. It's because people ultimately recommend the sales process. And this is why it's so critical that you take a look at your sales process and ask yourself, gosh, would I recommend this sales process to people I love? Is it enjoyable? Is it kind? Is it effective? Does it save me time, or is it very time consuming? And I know that these things are true because I've experienced this in really big ways in my career. When I was in college, I sold knives. And I grew up in Anaheim, California, where Disneyland is. And that's where most of the people I knew were. Now, we can't sell knives to 20-year-old kids. And so what we did is we called their parents and we set up appointments with the parents and then operated through word of mouth. And that was pretty simple because, I was pretty well known and well respected in my high school community, and so parents liked me, and that was pretty simple and straightforward. But then I went to college in San Diego, which is an hour and a half away, and I wasn't going to be able to drive back and forth, and I had to start asking for referrals. So that summer I asked, who do you know in San Diego? I'm going to school in San Diego. Who do you know in San Diego? And I ended up with, I think, now I remember it's been, or have a hard time remembering, it's been so long, maybe 7. I think I had 7 names by the time I got to school in San Diego. And you're probably thinking that's not going to work. And so it's okay. I called the 7. I set up 2 appointments. And one of those people gave me 15 referrals. Now, this is back in 2001, 2000, just for context. And those 15 referrals ended up leading to 4 appointments. And those 4 appointments led to 40 referrals. And so by the time I completed my 2 quarters of my senior year, I graduated early, I had sold, I think, over $10,000 worth of knives from just those 7 people, because of this concept of understanding that the goal was to, be nice, have a really easy and effective sales process that even if someone didn't buy the product, they were so comfortable that they would have no issues referring the conversation. And I think that was really, really important. So when I started my coaching company, which is what you're listening to right now, that was the only thing I knew how to do. And so I did the same thing. I did some free coaching calls. I asked for referrals. I considered myself a gift, that I would be very, very helpful to people, and that it would lead to an increase in status if someone referred me to others. And that's really what I thought. And not in an egocentric way, but I knew that I could be helpful. I knew I would do a better job than the nobody they were going to talk to, or somebody that didn't have my knowledge or experience. And so I knew that was going to be a win-win-win scenario, even if the person that was referred didn't end up doing coaching. And I actually filled up my one-on-one practice in 6 weeks using this strategy. And I say that because I actually knew one person, right? My very first client was the only person I knew in network marketing. I didn't know a lot of people that would end up being in my target market. And that one person, through this concept that I'm teaching you today, ended up leading, I mean, we probably did our first 7,500 people. I think advertising has really just been something we've recently started playing with, but most of our people came through this word of mouth concept. And so I want to explain this to you for a couple of reasons. First, I want you to understand why things might be working or not working. Second, I want to remind you that you're valuable. If you're listening to this podcast right now or watching this video, you are in a very high percentage of people in your company, or a small percentage, excuse me, in your company, of people who really are trying to be good at sales, be a good human, be generous, be kind. And so people, I'm pretty sure it would be a pleasure to chat with you. And I want you to really step into that confidence and understanding, no matter what method you're using to build, whether you are going to vendor events, whether you are doing networking groups, whether you are operating with people that you know, whether you are, connecting with people on social media. At the end of the day, those people that you connect with, it's about building these like word of mouth centers through them. And so that sales process that's simple, that's easy, that saves time, that's enjoyable, is really a critical piece of the process. So if you have worked with us, our company, Emerge Sales Training, and you have that process, I want you to be confident and I want you to be happy and know that it's going to work and it's going to be great. If you don't have a sales process, if you're listening to this and you're like, oh no, I'm very, very sad and hopeless now, you don't have to be hopeless, because we have that for you. So you can very easily just go to the enrolling section in our training portal and get some help from our community. And it'll be, you can knock that out over a weekend, and you can join that, get access to that section, the enrolling section in the Emerge Surge, by going to emergesalestraining.com/emerge surge. And it's just $47 a month to access all that training, in addition to like the leadership and all the things that you might want to focus on after you build that sales process. But the referral training is in there, the enrolling training is in there to really help you to get a strong foundation so that you can build word of mouth centers, so you can be in that category of people where network marketing worked, as opposed to the category of people where it didn't work. So I hope this was helpful for you. Let me know. I'd love to hear from you. And if you have not yet completed your sales process, just go to the enrolling section in the Emerge Surge, and you can get access to that by going to emergesalestraining.com/emerge surge if you're not already a member. All right, that's it for me today, friends. Have an awesome, awesome day helping your customers.